Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love and the journey of ascension. Let's have a look into today's energy because I would love to be able to focus my attention on getting the summertime star signs out, but I feel we need to have a collective reading first, and then tomorrow, whether it's a brand new day, a brand new story. But what is going on? So I've got the energy oracle cards, the enchanted map. We have some villains we can take a look at if you want to. The oracle of shadows and light, moonology, whatever takes your fancy. I felt this here about being tall like a lamp. So, such a tall. T-A-double-L. Let's have a look. Let's just pull some energy cards. We're going to have a nice, chillaxing reading. I feel a little congested. We've got the love bug. Does anybody know what the antidote is? Okay. It's quiet. The girls have just finished eating their dinner. That's the pussycats. Luna is comfortable, just laying on the floor. Tia is wiping the sides of her mouth clean. We have the goddess of the moon in reverse, so I feel we'll put a moonology card to go with that. I'll do that now as we go along. Inside the box here, it says, let the moon be your guide. And then we have the goddess of the moon in reverse. I had the hiccups as well before I came on. Looks like they're gone now. The hiccups are gone. I want to be able to see the images. Cards have just lightened up. Strategy in reverse. Dear Luna, I've cleared you some space over this side, that's it. And then we have door to value. So, I've just had a fly that's landed right on my third eye. We're just above it. What I was going to say is I feel a negative energy. Their plan has gone tits up. Door to value. Somebody has seen their value and put a stop to whatever this strategy, whatever strategy they were trying to use. Someone's been journaling, keeping track of temperaments, mood swings, evidence. So whatever plan, strategy, this feels like, I was going to go into song, because the energy is, I don't really want to delve into this. I want to be able to give some summertime guidance to Virgo, regarding love, sex and romance, but it just seems that this energy is, what's the word? Infiltrating? Is that the right word? I mean, look at this energy here. It looks like a bit pissed off. I think that's a storm angel there. Well, let's have a look at this. It's like you've put a stop to their plan. Oh, what did it feel like? Oh, it felt like if you were taken like to court for a reason, and I don't know, let's say that, well, an abuser calling the abused the abuser. It's all documented nowadays, isn't it? If it helps to stop the behaviour, you document it. So put a stop to that. Tia. Thank you. I can still see the cards. I think we're going to work just off of these 3 cards here. So, should we have a look into their strategy? And then we have door to value. Wow. There's a golden palace in there. I was going to say in the background, but like in the, through this gap here. Let's see if we can focus. This is the energy of it actually looks like they are gates, I can see that, but I felt a theatre curtain. Go on, put on a show. It's like you can keep your money. I know my worth, and I'm following this abundant path. Right, so let's go to the enchanted map. Feel the energy of Tia Lula, like breathe easy was coming through. Being able to breathe easier. The energy was very mystify me. Go on and mystify. Oh, I've got 3 cards for the enchanted map here. Sunglasses. For a holiday, I have just been researching a holiday to Orlando, Florida. And yes, having a look at some hotels and park tickets and taking some notes on it. I have just been doing that. Sunglasses. Let's have a look at this Goddess of the Moon in reverse energy. Tia Lula, let's go to the sunshine state. Let's be in a state of sunshine. Okay. Goddess of the Moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. The gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. What first came through was, because this is like a plan that's been stopped, but this is the energy. What first came through was you're very close to achieving your goal of like pissing somebody off, getting your wishes. If it's money that you're after, then you're very close to achieving that. $52. Let's read this card. Goddess of the Moon in reverse, intuition going within. This card reversed reveals blocked intuition, an inner disconnect or a sense of living in the dark. You have a deep desire to know your purpose and truth, but they can feel very distant. This is a message of dissatisfaction where your inner life is concerned. It's possible that extreme worry and discontent are the obstacles to the inner peace and wisdom you seek. If so, you need to let that go and renew your faith in yourself and your eternal spirit. Get out of your own way and release the fear that's blocking the truth of your blessed eternal nature. Your soul, your higher self, knows you best, so allow stillness into your life. Listen to the stirring of your own intuitive voice and trust what you receive. Now, I felt that there was a negative energy coming through here. Extreme worry and discontent. Somebody who's always worrying and is always discontented, no matter... well, they're never happy. This is that kind of energy where you're never happy, so you're very close to achieving your goal, the gibbous moon. The energy of like kind of letting her have what she wants just so that she'll go away. Okay. Moonology cards. The Gibbous Moon. Page number 30. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? I felt the energy of greedy. And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging, with possibility in coming to a peak. Okay. This does feel like the energy of trying to get as much as you can. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. She may have counted her chickens before they've hatched. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense. So don't push too hard. That's what I feel this feminine's doing, is pushing too hard on this masculine. One false move and the whole thing could blow. Jeez. I picked up that energy in the middle here. Someone's plan, strategy. It's going to blow up in their face. Okay. What did the box say about the moon? Let the moon be your guide. That goddess of the moon in reverse is not somebody to be following, let alone hanging around with. She'd give you a bad name. Jeez. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you, it's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to this situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. Attuned to the moon, I know that I'm on the right track. Additional meanings for this card. Now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. I feel the dream is to have money. finds security within the material world rather than like emotional maturity, security. Being happy with oneself and one's choices and behaviours and one's role modelling. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. The teaching, the gibbous moon, comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she's bulging because she's almost a full moon, so she's nearly fully rounded. It's the culmination of the waxing cycle, and as such, tends to be a rather intense period of the month. No matter when you pull this card, it suggests a very ripe time and a very ripe situation. Well, that's interesting because now I want to go to the Druid Craft Tower. Bulging. Which I always feel a negative energy with this card. Box. Deck. It's called the Lady. Not the Empress. Not a goddess. She's a bit of a madam. In this deck though, she's called the Lady. She thinks she's the lady of the house. Okay, who wears the trousers? Well, that's the lady of the house. Or so she thinks. We have the Five of Cups. Look at this discontent energy here. There's 3 cups that are knocked over this masculine. Look at him. What's going on here in the water? Let's see if we can zoom in on that a little bit. What do you make of that? Them cups are knocked over there. It's meant to be like a community, like happiness. They're not standing up. They're not standing up for themselves. Yeah, which would take me to, the person that wears the trousers. A bully energy. But behind this masculine here is the 2 of Cups. But this is what he's looking at. Feeling a loss, emotional loss. Let's read the message. All seems really hazy, doesn't it? The 5 of Cups. Sense of loss. Unnoticed opportunity. Inheritance. Unnoticed opportunity. I feel the truth is coming to light. A sense that something has been taken against your wishes. Disappointment, bereavement, or betrayal. You may have acted in anger and are realising the consequences. Fear of desertion seems to have materialised, shifting focus from your losses to the gifts that life offers, legacies and inheritances. Let's have a look at this strategy here in the middle. Tia, can you take care of that, darling, for me? Thank you. Look after that masculine there, look. That's it. Give him a helping hand. Okay. She's got her hand over the 2 of Cups. That's so cute. Let's have a look at this. A strategy. She's really snuggling up. When she's loving, like she's really, really loving, like the purr is loud, she may start to choke up a little bit. She's learned how to control it, but sometimes she'll go like into a bit of a coughing, spluttering. Like her airways have got blocked. Okay, there we go. Is all well over there, Tia Lula? Yeah? Okie dokie. We'll get back to the reading. Card number 21. So, the World card, wrapping up a cycle so that you can get to go again. But I feel like this is somebody who just keeps prolonging an inevitable new beginning. Change. Journal. Log. $21. Let's read this card first. Okay, I've gone to the enchanted map. That's the next step, the door to value. First of all, let's go to the energy cards. The book, 21. Making a plan, in reverse. Tia Lula, I'm going to read this message, darling. When the strategy card is reversed, it indicates a stall in progress due to lack of planning. You may have a goal in mind, but no specific ideas about how to achieve it. Or you may have found that your original plans have hit a wall, and it's now time to reevaluate things. If this is the case, remember that the path of least resistance may be tempting, but it rarely leads anywhere new. Don't let the mundane tasks of life eat up all your time and take you off course. Instead of floundering and wandering around in confusion, put some significant mental effort into starting or renewing a comprehensive plan of attack. This card reversed is warning you to get out of the role of passive observer and become the author and director of your own destiny. That's for this masculine. This card reverse is warning you to get out of the role of passive observer and become the author and director of your own destiny. Something shady is going on. Let's go through the keyhole. And it's like the masculine does know what's going on. He's witnessed something. Letters, journals, there's something that he's found. And it's just ruined everything. But it's a passive observer energy. So, let's have a look at this. Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. What's gone on since autumn? Autumn is my last chance. Okay. Card number 6. Tia Lula. She's trying to get inside a carrier bag. Tia Lula. About autumn. Lost and lonely. Lost and lonely, this fragile little being has the apple of life and wisdom. She has hope, although it is fading fast. This lovely little fairy is all buttoned up against the cold, and the bleak autumn landscape offers no warmth or comfort. But in her hands, she holds a source of hope and life itself, a bright red apple. With this apple, she can sustain herself till the frost-bound landscape thaws. She can save the seeds from her feast and plant them in the warming ground, so she need never go hungry again. And the rewards of this act will continue far into the future, far beyond her lifetime. Now, I actually feel this isn't a karmic energy. This is the Divine Feminine's energy. There's been planting seeds here. Okay, it's part of the Two of Cups, because someone's plan is going to fail, okay? But this is, I don't want to call it the backup plan, but it's a known backup plan. It's the plan that's going to back you up. She is holding the source of hope, but is almost afraid to bite into it. It seems she is saving it for a rainy day, or for when she has no other choice. I feel that is today. That's this energy. No other choice. Soon she will realise what she has herself and turn to it for sustenance and comfort. And winter will then be through. And I feel that that's what this masculine. Soon he will realise what he has himself and turn to it for sustenance and comfort, and winter will then be through. It cannot end until he takes a bite from the apple he holds. Autumn speaks. I keep waiting for help, for hope to come, but all about me is cold. I cannot find what I am looking for, and indeed, I can barely remember what it is I was in search of before I got so lost. I am cold and alone, and no one is with me, but I know I have this apple, and that when I truly need it, I will eat it, and then all will be well. Divination message. Time to stop relying on others for that comfort, warmth and sustenance that only true self-love can bring. Waiting for others to give you what you need will be a long and lonely, bone-chilling wait at this time. So look at what you already have, turn to it and feast on it. Learn to love and appreciate the apple in your hands and save the seeds of self-love and plant them. Focus this one remaining magical apple. Focus, it says from this one remaining magical apple comes the gift of wisdom, comes self-love, comes abundance, and comes the knowledge that you are a person who deserves to care for and love your own self. Once you take just one big bite of the juicy apple, you will be committing to helping yourself. And then you will be free of the need for approval, shelter and rescue. There is only one true rescue, and it comes with the miracle of self-life. Go ahead, eat the apple. Now this is really interesting because I had something come through. Can we call it an epiphany? We can call it an epiphany. It was an aha moment. regarding self-love and how I've been treating myself. And I tried to remember, because I came up with the perfect explanation, wording, on how I've been treating myself. And then I forgot. It was like, what wording did I use? And then it came back to me just before the reading. And so I've been treating myself. Are you being a traitor to yourself? Well, we all do it. Okay, we forget. I've been treating myself as the sacred being that I am. How is a sacred being treated? Well, they're assisted by the divine. They're worshipped, they're loved, they're adored, they're cared for, they're valued, they're respected. They receive peace, they receive abundance, they receive goodness. So make sure that you're taking proper care of your sacred self. Okay. Let's go over to this daughter value. Know your worth. You are sacred. Tia. Should we have some coffee? Thank you. Love bug. Good girl, thank you. Let's put it down. We won't have a glare then. Daughter value, card number 31. And we are going to the energy cards. New beginnings in finance or career. This backup plan. This card shows a door with a gold coin on it, opening to a place that's filled with light and beautiful potential. Money, coins and jewels fly toward you through the open door, revealing a golden city beyond. All of this points to the potential for exciting new beginnings or expansions where work or money are concerned. Perhaps a new opportunity is totally unexpected, or perhaps it's something you've been working toward for quite a while. Either way, keep your eyes open for this new beginning to appear in your life. Know that anything you value may be open to you now. Remain conscious and creative and get ready to step through the door. Okay, let's get these cards. What does it say? Well, it's card number 18. It says Magic Stream. Tia Lula, can we move your towel this way? Can we bend it round that way? Does it work like that? Thank you. Okay. Oh. Let me just pull the camera back. How do we do this? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I've hidden that early. The Enchanted Map, card number 18. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story, with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. Flying. Card number 20. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. So we had card number 18, Magic Stream. I did notice in between that is a Dragon's Lair. You are always protected and divinely directed. This card here says you have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully. Don't dread carefully. Well, don't dread at all. Tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. That's where this is going to. You being changed forever. Forever and ever. Forever and ever and ever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. Okay. Oh, let's read 20. Thank you, Tia Lula. Let's bring this back. Come over this side a bit. It's about not getting that. We can have the candle. It's fine. Magic Stream. And we have... Oh, we have flying, but we have 22 intention. I believe I said that was the number for today. Or yesterday, 22? All the twos, 20. Yeah, it was the 22nd yesterday. So yes, I made mention of it. So we're jumping in twos. So they come in 2 by 2. Okay, let's read flying. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. If you were a bird flying high in the sky, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today, you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Intention. Deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world. We shall read from the book The Power of Intention before we wrap this reading up. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the air, into the sky. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognise that you're not the one who has to do all the work, however. Others help you co-create reality. Okay. So recognise that you're not the one who has to do all the work. However, others help you co-create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out into the field, and allow for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own. Own the life you want to lead and live deliberately, with clarity and detachment. I love that. Own the life you want to lead and live deliberately. Let's get a message from The Power of Intention. Oh, I just got up to come and get the book, and I felt like I was a bit drunk, like I lost my balance a bit. Ooh, it's a bit wobbly there. It's like I haven't been drinking. Roll out the barrel. Have some coffee. Let's sober you up a bit. Okay. So, shall we have a flick through this book? We can read it together. I'm looking at the book here, look. And I'm thinking, okay, why is this not here? But it's the front cover of the book. But the front cover of the box is the bulging, greedy, madam. Okay, let's see what Wayne Dyer wants to say. Here, the holy relationship. Yes, I like that. We're talking about sacred self. This is divine love, the Two of Cups. Two people that value and respect themselves so they can value and respect each other. All. They can respect life. The holy relationship. One truth that I've recognised during the years of my own growth is that it's impossible to know my perfection if I'm unable to see and honour that same perfection in others. The ability to see yourself as a temporary expression of intention and to see yourself in all of humanity is a characteristic of the holy relationship. It's the ability to celebrate and honour in all others the place where we're all one. In an unholy relationship, you see yourself as separate from others. It's the feeling that others are primarily useful to satisfy ego's urges, and that people are there to help you get what's missing in your life. In any kind of a relationship, this attitude of separation and potential manipulation creates a barrier between you and the power of intention. The signs of unholy relationships are quite clear. People become defensive, fearful, hostile, standoffish, and don't wish to be in your company. As you change your thought patterns to raise your energy vibrations and reduce the demands of your ego, you'll begin developing a reverent or holy relationship with others. Then everyone is perceived as complete. When we can celebrate differences in others as interesting or enjoyable, you're loosening your identity with ego. The holy relationship is a way of matching up with the universal source of creation and being peacefully joyful. Any relationship or even an encounter from the holy perspective is a coming together with a beloved self aspect and discovering a stimulating connection with the power of intention. We carry on reading. Recently, in a supermarket, I asked a frenzied clerk behind the seafood counter if he knew where I could find the smoked salmon. I saw myself as connected to him in spite of the frustration showing through his behaviour. A man standing next to me heard my request and saw the clerk's harried demeanour. The stranger smiled at me and went to another area of the store, returning with a package of Nova locks, which he handed me. He delivered to me what I was seeking. A coincidence? I think not. When I feel myself connected to others and radiate the energy of holy relationship, people react with kindness and go out of their way to assist me with my intentions. In another example of this, I was transferred from one airline to another because of a mechanical problem that resulted in a cancellation. At my original airline, which is in my hometown, the employees know me and go out of their way to assist me. I've practiced holy relationships with everyone at the counter, at baggage check-in, on the plane, and so on. On this particular day, I was sent to the other end of the airport with 7 boxes of books and tapes that had been checked as baggage. As my assistant, Maya, and I trudged up to the counter of the other airline, pushing a cart with luggage and 7 heavy boxes, the passenger agent announced that her airline did not permit more than 2 pieces of luggage to be checked in, and that I would have to leave 3 of the boxes behind. I could check in 2 for me and 2 for Maya. Those are the rules. Here's where a holy relationship with a stranger has more potential for assisting you with your intentions than an unholy relationship. Rather than countering the agent with an intention that she was a clerk whose job it was to serve my needs, I chose to join her where we both are one. I let her know that I wasn't even mildly upset over this rule, and I imagined how she must feel having to process a large number of people who weren't scheduled on this flight. I felt connected and expressed my own feelings of frustration as having this challenge of what to do with these 3 extra boxes, which my originally scheduled airline had agreed to transport. I invited her to attend a lecture I was given in town the next month as my guest. Our entire conversation and the entire interaction was guided by my private intent that this remain a holy relationship. The energy of this interaction shifted from weak to strong. We bonded, recognised ourselves in the other, and she checked in all of my boxes with a cheerful smile. I've never forgotten what she said to me as she handed me our boarding passes. When you wheeled up that cart with all those boxes, I was determined that you weren't going to get them on that plane. And after a few moments of being with you, I would have carried them out and put them on the plane myself if I had to. It's a pleasure to know you. Thank you for your business, and I hope you'll consider our airline in the future. These are two simple examples of what happens when you consciously shift from ego-dominated, unholy relationships to experiencing your connectedness through the power of intention. I urge you to establish a holy relationship with your source, the world community, your neighbours, acquaintances, family, the animal kingdom, our planet, and yourself. Just as in my examples of the man in the store delivering me the smoked salmon I was looking for, and the airline agent assisting me in realising my intent, you'll enjoy the power of intention through holy relationships. It's all about relationship. Should we just read this line here? Alone we can do nothing. When you meet anyone, treat the event as a holy encounter. It's through others that we either find or love ourselves. For you see. That was a beautiful reading. Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. Until then, I will be getting on with the Virgo. The next reading I do and upload onto the channel after this one is going to be the Virgo summertime reading. Okay. But for now, take care, much love. Bye for now.